back for the rest of his lives. So thank you for those questions, Malingar. Moving on now to Alistair Boneman, who asks, if you had the chance to go back and redo Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, how would you fix them? I think I wouldn't kill... First off, in Alien 3, I wouldn't kill off Newt and, Hicks. I wouldn't kill either of those characters off. Because when you go back to look at Aliens, knowing the knowledge you do in Alien 3, you're like, why should I root for you when you're gonna die anyway? All this great character building between these three, Ripley, Newton, and Hicks, just kind of ruined when you think about Alien 3. Alien Resurrection, like I said, is a lot of fun, but I think I would go for a more darker story. I wouldn't go for the weird comedy they had, and not do the weird xenomorph cloning thing. I wouldn't try to bring back Ripley. I wouldn't call it even Resurrection. I would just focus on xenomorphs being experimented on and kind of make it like Jurassic World in space. Except make it not so much the theme park, but they're trying to make their own xenomorph and it goes fucking haywire. Second question. Do you think an Alien movie would work without Ellen Ripley? I think it's possible. I think there's a strong possibility. I mean, Sigourney Weaver is I wouldn't say she's like too old to play it, but she's getting on in years. So I think you can do an Aliens film, and maybe just do it like focus on the Colonial Marines, like do kind of like a Starship Troopers kind of story, maybe. Third question: how would you write a Metroid Alien crossover, and what do you think Ellen Ripley and Samus would make of each other? I think they would be kind of like badass ladies, boom, fist bump. And Metroid Alien, I think it would be like maybe Samus is looking for a bounty and finds herself on like this dead ship. Think that her target is after her, so she goes there, runs the xenomorphs, boom. I don't know. Not that I haven't played a lot of Metroid, unfortunately. Anyway, so thank you for those questions, Alistair. Moving on now to Wolfman the Impaler, who asks, if there hasn't already been a comic like this, what would it be like if some xenomorphs crash landed on Earth during the Dark Ages and fought knights, kind of like in Predator Dark Ages, the Predator fan film? There kind of was an AVP comic that kind of said that in the Dark Ages the dragon that St. George killed was a xenomorph. There was kind of a story like that, so maybe kind of bring that story to life in a film, at least a fan film. Second question. Okay, the planet has been overrun by xenomorphs, and you're a member of a group of survivors. Which fictional characters are not necessarily fighters, i.e., you can just say that you teamed up with the likes of Solid Snake, Rambo, and the such. Who would you have with you? I don't know. Can't really think of any at the moment, but you said non-fighters, so maybe hang out with Hey Arnold and the crew and the rest of the group and try to fight it out? I don't know. The crew of the Enterprise... Okay, your third question is, the crew of the Enterprise responds to a distress call which leads to Kirk and Spock being captured by the enemy, who beams them to the heart of the xenomorphs with a xenomorph nest with a predator. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked are they? Also, Spock is high on pot, because I am the Munchies, I am the Blunt, I am Potman. You sure are, Wolfman, you sure are. So, Spock, here's a scene from that moment. Spock, we need to get out of here. What are your suggestions? What? Dude, I've just been looking at my hand, and it's just been... You you call them fingers, but you don't see them thing? There they go. Okay. Oh, man, live long and prosper. End scene. So think of those questions, Wolfman the Impaler. Moving on now to Robert Avram, who asks, what are the best songs on Earth that would fit the Alien theme? I don't know why, but I'm saying Master of Puppets. I don't know. Just that song just comes to mind for me. Anyway, next question is if the alien queen met another alien queen, what do you think would be? Do you think it would be all out war like ants, or live in peace with one another? Alex kind of answered this question for me. Alex Anaya's kind of answered this question, but in Alien Hive, in the Xenomorph homeworld, yeah, Xenomorphs don't get along with other Xenomorphs. They war it out like ant farms. If you put two groups of ants together, it doesn't turn out well. Ugh. And your third question is, if the aliens were to evolve to a technological species like how we and the Predators are, what would be the driving force for their culture and your opinion to this idea? I don't know, I just don't like the idea of aliens evolved. I kind of like them as they are, these really intelligent predators. I really don't like the idea of them evolving further than that. I just kind of don't like... It just doesn't fit well. Like, in Batman vs. Aliens 2, they do that of basically making the Xenomorphs carry guns, they talk, and it's weird, it just doesn't feel right. Ugh. So yeah, me personally, I just am not a fan of that. But that's just me, though. Anyway, so I think that's all the questions. Once again, if I did not answer someone's question, I do apologize for that, but YouTube would, that usually means YouTube either marked it as spam or didn't have it show up on the list at all, so I do apologize for that once more. But yeah, for everyone who did have a question, who I did answer questions for, thank you so much, and also for people who didn't have a chance, I thank you regardless for at least sending a question. I do apologize if I didn't get to answer it because of course, like I said, YouTube, but I want to thank you regardless, and yeah. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this Q&A, and I will see you guys later.